Welcome back to Velsheen Rule. A new op-ed suggests rape in the Army is only rape if you yell, cry, and fight about it. I'm going to say that one more time. In the Army, it's only rape if you yell, cry, and fight about it. A rape playbook, one might say. In her New York Times piece titled, "She Didn't Act Like a Rape Victim," Army veteran Ryan Lee Dosty says that her reported rape and the reported rapes of 2 other women in the Army were dismissed by officials. And she says a 4th woman kept quiet about hers because, quote, she knew better. Dosty writes, quote, "Our rapes were on us. The Army was telling us, and neither I nor the specialist nor this staff sergeant acted enough like a rape victim. A mantra often repeated by the investigators in my own case." In a statement to NBC News, an Army spokesperson said this: "Commanders take every report of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and associated retaliatory behavior seriously by employing a wide variety of judicial, non-judicial, and adverse administration actions to address the conduct for all founded reports. Sexual assault is contrary to Army values and a critical readiness issue." Joining me now, the author of that New York Times op-ed, Army veteran Ryan Lee Dosty. She also is the author of a new book, Formation, a woman's memoir of stepping out of line. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Rape in the military. You would think the Army, there to protect us, is where members of the Army should feel protected. So first, when I just read that statement that we got from the Army, is that something you've heard before? Is that their standard line?
I've never heard that before. I'm sure that is their standard line. I don't mean to scoff, but for them to say that commanders take it seriously, I'm sure there are some commanders who do take it seriously, and there are plenty who do not. And that's part of the problem.
Then why tell your story now? For that problem exactly?
I would like to tell... part of the reason I told my story was for myself, just to be able to talk about it and to get it out there, but also hopefully to help other military sexual trauma victims so that they feel like they can have a voice and they can talk about it too, and that they don't have to accept this kind of behavior when the military, whatever branch it is covering it up on them.
Help me understand what the culture is. I mean, you are talking, why is it that you can't come forward? Because you write in your piece that 3 judges on an Army appeals court overturned a 2017 rape conviction because the alleged rapist didn't try to hide any evidence. So his brazenness and unwillingness to cover up is what set him free?
Exactly. That's what they're arguing, exactly. And the problem is women or sexual assault victims in the military, they know what the reporting system is like and how they will be treated, which is usually with derision. Their careers can be compromised or threatened. They're called a multitude of names that I won't repeat.
By whom?
It could be by the commander. It could definitely be within the ranks. Other soldiers pass it on amongst each other. In my case, my commander pretty much said I was lying, called me a bold-faced liar, and told the men in the platoon while we were in a formation that men, if you didn't do anything wrong, don't worry about it if a woman reports.
And you were literally told you didn't act like you were raped? What is that? What is that?
I don't even know what it means, because I thought I was acting, well, however I felt I was acting, but they had written several times that I didn't act like a rape victim. One of the points against me was when I was in the MP car going to the station, the MP station, the officer was speaking with me, and I spoke back to him, and apparently that went in the report. That was not the right thing to do.
Hold on. The officer who committed this act against you spoke to you and you responded?
No, I was in the vehicle going to the police station, the MP station, and just the regular police officer who was taking me was just having a conversation, small talk. And I did small talk back just to drown out the noise in my head, just to normalize for a second. And that went into the report as me not acting like a rape victim. I wasn't, whether it be hysterical or incapable of talking or whatever it is that they say a rape victim is supposed to be.
There is no criterion for what a rape victim is supposed to be. There's something else you wrote. You said every rape in the Army is unreal, unbelievable, but only because we already know that almost no one will believe. What?
Yeah. And it's perpetuated both with men and women. I talk in the op-ed about how even when it's other women, there was another woman who was raped, and I had heard about it. We're both women, we've both been raped. You'd think we would go to each other and talk to each other and try to find some kind of solidarity.
Happened?
We ignored each other.
Why?
It's easier to believe what everyone says than to come up and talk to the person and to face what's happening in such a large numbers. It's easier to deal with your own trauma than to have to go and try to help somebody deal with theirs. And I don't think we mean to do that. I don't think we mean to ignore each other, which just makes us weaker. It takes away our strength. But I think it's, we know that if we get together and if we talk about it, we only become more of a target. You know, oh, look at them, the two rape victims are talking to each other, they're conspiring, you know, and you're so aware of what everybody says to you or about you, and you're so aware of your actions.
Well, right now, a lot of people are saying about you and to you, thank you. And there is nothing weak or weaker. Just think about this, please. She didn't act like a rape victim. That is a thought felt in communities that simply shouldn't. Ryan, thank you for writing this. Thank you for everything you've done. I appreciate it.
Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.